Welcome to another exciting episode. Welcome to another exciting episode. And welcome to another exciting episode of Daddy Can Fix This. Good evening, ladies, gents, friends, neighbors, and children of all ages, and welcome to another exciting episode of Daddy Can Fix This. So, what are we working on today? Well, today we are working on the newest member of the family. This is BeachCrawler. BeachCrawler is a 2002 Jeep Wrangler Sport with the 4.0 liter motor, the inline six. That said, we've got a slew of projects that I think you'll enjoy for this. So here we are in the Daddy Can Fix This workspace. We've got some new tools that we're going to go ahead and show you, which we may actually do a review on one day. We'll see, I'll let you know. But what we're working on today is this right here. So this Jeep came modified by the original owner. We just bought it recently, okay? And they did some things to it that I liked. That's why I bought it, right? And one of those is this really nice bumper here. I mean, it's very strong, right? Held a winch at one point. No spoilers here. We're gonna do something about that. But it's got the lights already mounted and everything. No spoilers here either. None of them are hooked up. We're gonna do something about that as well. So like I said, we've got some cool projects coming up that I'm hoping will help you guys and get this thing on the road doing what it's supposed to do. For now though, we have a bigger problem than that. Let me show you. So with this, camera buddy there we go. With this, it was mounted, right? So here we go. Bolt 1. Bolt 2.
One at the top here, ain't there?
Oh, yeah, but that's going to something else. Those two are the only ones that go onto the bumper to frame connection there. Now notice here, no bolt. As well, no bolt. What's holding on, you may ask? A weld, right? Because that's what they tried to do, was weld it. Unfortunately, oh, hey, that's the wrong button. Unfortunately, they didn't do quite a good job of it. Go ahead. Yeah, show them, son. Don't pull it off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right? Yeah. So, I've been driving around with this thing like that, unknowingly, and it could have slid off and caused major damage at any given point. I've actually driven this on the highway to work multiple times. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and take this off, take those two bolts loose, grind and clean up the frame from the attempted welds. That weld may actually still be intact. I don't know yet until I get those bolts off. But we're going to clean all this up, go ahead and hit it with some like rust preventative spray paint. I won't name any names there either. And clean it all up and then get it bolted on with some nice, decent stainless steel hardware. So without further ado, let's get started. Here we are. So I'm hoping that what I saw on that camera when I reviewed the tape is that the nuts that are inside are actually welded to the inside of the frame in preparation for a bumper just like this, I hope. I may be wrong, and Jeep guys out there are probably laughing their butts off at me, but hey, I've had this thing only for like a month, so give me some slack here. Now, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and try and get this guy off. It's really rusted in, so I've got my wrench. I've got a backup wrench here, and I'm trying to get myself a little extra torque. Let's see if I can get this guy loose. All right, here it goes. There it goes. All right. So it's spinning. For any family watching, I can tell you that you probably recognize the gloves from the Christmas party just last night. Thank you.
Actually, last night.
Corinne. Oh, yeah. 2 nights ago. Thank you very much, Corinne, my niece, for the gloves. I appreciate it. And my son there, the cameraman, is also wearing the exact same set given to him by his Uncle Richard. So thank you, guys. You can see they're already coming in handy. Nope.
Go.
All right, since we got it moving, this is a 3/4, not a 19. Turns out 19 equal 3/4. Who'd have known? So, anybody curious? 19 metric is 3/4 in American.
Ooh.
All right, so I've got the earthquake. He set it at number 3 and reverse. Alright. So, with that said, I'm glad I didn't have to do that with a wrench.
Oh.
Alright, here we go.
They should make steel toe running shoes.
They have them. Alright, so we're going to try and take this thing off now. Alright, hang on. His side is loose for sure. I'm worried about how much it weighs with this winch on there. Ah, there we go. Hang on.
Zip ties.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So the previous owner to this thing really loved zip ties, man. So, all right, using his ultra cool knife here with the window brake, which I wanted to show you guys. Got those cut. Watch out.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to cut the wiring. Okay, that's cut. Sharp, dude. Good job. All right. A dull knife is a dangerous knife, y'all. That is now loose. Glad I noticed it. I don't know what it's for. We'll find out soon. Watch out.
Come on.
There we go. All right. Set her down.
Let her tilt forward a bit.
Actually, I'm going to rotate it. All right. Step out that way.
I don't think they can see.
Well, we'll get it on camera in a second.
Alright.
First things first, taking a look at that. Wow, what a mess. I don't know what the wire hanger is for.
That is a wire hanger. Hold on.
Sure, I'll be removing that. I don't know. No. That's actually some sort of line. Maybe for the AC. Wow. Alright, so let me chase this down real quick and figure out what that was. If you notice the tie wraps here, God bless the original owner, or the last owner, whoever did this. But anytime I'm troubleshooting an issue with this thing, all I've got to look for is the electrical tape or the tie wraps. Because everywhere that they've been, that is their telltale call sign, and that's usually where I find the problem. So with that said, let me figure out what I'm dealing with here, and we'll continue on in a second. All right, hit that.
Okay, so we just started the video because we were looking.
Okay, yeah. I told you they had
Steering
tie wrapped
Yeah.
this to that bumper. It looked like in an attempt to keep the bumper held on. I thought this was just some kind of
Steel hanger.
yeah, some kind of steel wire, right? Kind of thick, but whatever. No, this is actual brake line. It should go up to the master cylinder because it is the brake line for that tire over there.
Brake
I
line?
wouldn't put it there, but brake line in front of the vehicle is just nuts. I'm thinking somebody ran this themselves.
But it's so much simpler just to run it through the engine bay.
Well, I mean, you know, I don't have any kind of flaring tooling at all whatsoever. I've never done any brake lines or any hydraulic lines or anything like that. We may be learning how to do that. This is bad. I may not do that right now. I may just put the bumper and winch back on and everything, wire all that stuff up and everything, and come back to this as a different project, snip it, pull it, run a new line, bleed the brakes and all that in a later video. Comment below, let me know what you would do if you saw this on your project. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean this part up. It's just old welding stuff. I'm gonna get it out the way so it doesn't interfere when we put this back together. Alright. So looking at this thing, boy, this is a mess. Maybe you guys can tell me in the comments below, but I believe there was a actual bar pipe that went across from one side of the frame to the other.
The original steel bumper.
My son noticed that this guy is actually higher up and twisted as opposed to this guy. I bought this Jeep as a salvage title vehicle and everything, which is why I got such a good deal on it for what it is. And it's all right. It's just a toy, so I'm just going to go ahead and clean this up just from the surface rust, spray it flat black, and we're going to move on with our life.
Oh.
All right, so here we are, continuation of where we were. Got this brushed off, cleaned off, cut these to where there's no sharp edges. Still ugly as heck, but I went ahead and sprayed those. I'm not writing home and bragging about this paint job. The paint that I had was horrible. What are you bopping to over there? Will you stop? Yes, we have music in our earpieces. YouTube would demonetize us. I think I mentioned this in another video. If not, so if you see us with earbuds, it's so that we can listen to music without them muting my video. But anyways, the spray can I had was horrible. Really frustrating. I had to clean up on the concrete and everything. With that said, though, there is some paint on here, and it's not just pure open rust, so hopefully that stops some of that activity in the future. We're moving forward. We're removing this winch. There's another video on the channel if you want to take a look for it. It is mounted.
It's only about a minute long, or a couple minutes long.
What, that video?
Yeah.
It will be longer. We're going to mount it. We're going to wire it and everything. It's going to be a full-on mounting video and setup video for that winch. So that is a ZXR 12,000-pound winch. If you know anything about the brand name, it's Badlands. You know where it's from, so don't worry about that. If you want to see the video, take a look in the channel. We'll go ahead and link it. All right, so this is a number 16, and I'm just going to go ahead and take these 4 bolts off. That'll take this winch off, and then we'll also have to take the front rollers off as well. Oh, I came off easy. Let's see. Take it out. All right, and with that, Viola, she's out. So, looking at this may actually be
Why is it wet?
just an older version. No, it got sprayed.
Oh. Badlands winches.
It's just an older version of the same winch. So, with that, this will be replaced.
12,000.
Yep, that's the
Same
exact same winch. All right, so good.
So let's check
Yeah,
the size of
those
the
come off.
guys.
Those come off by now. They're pretty big, dude.
They look like a 28 something.
The back of the other guys. They're just center. Yep. So,
Try that.
see what you got there.
23.
Nah, that's too big. No,
How-
try 19, like the last set. Yep. 19 works, which means 3/4 also works.
Remember that.
So, yep, I do remember that. So,
Hold that guy for you.
yep, get the wrench. Back me up. And with that, this guy's now loose. So, out with the old. And you will now see the new. Oh boy, that's bad too. This guy is, yeah, he's in decent shape. You know, I'm going to the store tomorrow to buy some new stainless hardware to mount the bumper to the Jeep itself. I may actually pick up some flat black rust preventive paint and go ahead and spray and just hit this up with some new flat black paint. So I'll brush that off, clean it up a little bit. This is already starting to, yeah, I may actually touch that over with some flat just so it doesn't look so bad. But yeah, with that, I think we're good for the evening. So next time you see us, we'll be wearing a different wardrobe change. This is like my 3rd different wardrobe change. Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll be starting up again tomorrow. So join us as the video continues. All right, see y'all then. All right, so here we are, day 2, right? I got the bumper. We brought it from the garage out to the backyard. I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with the pressure washer, but first I'm gonna spray it down with some degreaser that I found in our garage. Again, this is just an all-purpose kind of degreaser. It's got a car on the front, so I know it's not my wife's. So, as far as the lights, I'm not worried about hitting those right now. yeah, not too concerned. I'm just trying to clean all the junk off this for the next step. All right, that's the inside. Okay, kill camera, we gotta get this thing going. That's the cleanup part, right? I mean, this isn't going to be a showpiece or anything like that. So that was just to get it overall clean, degreased, and ready for the next step, which is just to be hit it with a light coat of some rust preventative flat black paint, right? I'm hoping these lights work. I can actually test them before we put this thing back together, just to make sure I don't have to take them off later.
All brand new and shiny.
I'll do that. Well, for now, then it's going to dry and look the same.
Yeah.
Whatever. So, that's all right. We're going to let this thing dry. Probably move it out there somewhere where it'll actually hit some sunshine.
You know, the December sun. That'll...
Yeah, right. Yeah. You can see it's Gulf Coast, Texas, man. There's no real
T-shirt
winter here. He's in a T-shirt, and we're playing with water. So, anyhow, we'll come back and we can spray this thing up, make it look a little bit better.
Ooh.
All right, so here we are with our rust protected spray here, and hey, keep going, doggy.
Come here, boy.
Just gonna touch it up. I don't recommend that. I got so many drips and runs. Glad this is a beater. All right, let's let it dry. Once it's flat, go ahead and slap it on the Jeep.
3, 2, 1. Go.
All right, so I'm hoping I'm talking in the correct video here. We are now back to the bumper video, and what we're doing is we finally got the winch mounted on properly. The replacement winch was a big old arm wrestling match to go ahead and get that back on. Watch the other video, it's in the link below, and you can actually see us modifying this bumper to fit the new winch, which is the exact same winch, just a newer model. Anyways, long story short, it's on there, we're ready to put it back on the truck, so we're gonna go ahead and do that now. Here we go. Turn. Okay, now line it up. See, that sits there. Perfect. Wiggle. There you go. All right, tell you what, get me the dead blow hammer and this towel. Over here, Mikey, it's on the cart already. I used it already.
Hey.
Yes. No, it's all right. Come here. Sit here. Thank you. And scratch my own paint. All right, hang on. Doing it again. So for reference, what we're actually up to here, 4 bolts line up. This one has to move, I guess if you're looking at a clock at the 7 o'clock angle, about 3/4 of a bolt dimension. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take that same grinding bit and I'm gonna move my hole that way, and we're gonna try and get this completed tonight. There we go.
Gloves.
Yep. Yep, that'll work.
Yo.
All right, so here where we are, right? So at the end of the last segment, we ran out of storage space. Pop the breaker one more time. Anyhow, with that said, we were fighting getting this guy attached because that bottom bolt was the last one giving us trouble. 1, 2, and 3 on top were in good shape. The bottom bolt could not go in. We got it to get aligned. I ground out the hole enough to get it to actually grab threads and start screwing in. Unfortunately, it seems like the first couple of threads on the frame nut are stripped. However, not the entire nut. So with that being the case, I'm going to go tomorrow to the store. Oh, it's actually still in there. And buy, these are 1 inch. I'm gonna go buy a 1.5 inch and just crank that sucker all the way up into the frame through all of the threads of that nut, and that should hold us secure. We are that close, but if you notice, this guy's on there. He's not going anywhere as is. But 1, 2, and 3 are there. This guy's ready to be, just with the longer bolt. We're gonna buy that tomorrow, and we're gonna close off this video, guys. See you tomorrow.
Go.
All right, so here we are, back again with our 1.5 inch. I don't know what I did with the 1 inch bolt, but the 1.5 inch bolt that I'm hoping will grab all the threads and actually be able to put some actual force into holding this thing down onto the truck. So let's see. Ooh, yes, that feels much better. All right. Well,
we might be finally done with this.
Tell you what. Go by hand first. Uh-oh. That did not feel good. Nope. It goes in, it grabs, and the second you try and put any force behind it, it slips. So it's actually a threading in there that is stripped. So now I went and put some real oomph behind the other 3 bolts. It's probably fine, but I may end up doing another video in the future. I'll be learning really along with you guys, because I've only done it once or twice before in my life, and that is to actually drill out and put a helicoil in there, or some other method of fixing that to where you really can torque down that bolt the way it should be. So until then, we've got a longer bolt, got a lock washer, but I don't know how much good that's doing anything. That'll probably end up falling out sometime. All right, well, however, bigger picture, what are we looking at here? We are looking at the fact that we now have our bumper that is replaced, cleaned up. We know the situation with our bumper, which is important on any used vehicles. You want to know where you stand with your car. I believe next job, just driving it around and listening to it, will probably be the brakes. So if you got a similar model TJ, I forget the years, I'll look it up before I do that video.
'02.
Well, this is an 02, but
yeah.
I'm not sure what the year span is. But with that said, I'm pretty happy with the way the bumper replacement turned out. Oh yeah. This will be on the winch video, guys. Again, link below. Yeah, I'm really pleased with how it turned out. It looks great, which wasn't exactly the whole goal here. The whole goal was the fact that I didn't want it falling off on me at 70 miles an hour on the highway. And we've accomplished that. So, I just was reminded by my son yesterday that I'd forgotten to take these off. So, good job. Very good. Pretty bad. Good. You don't know the result. I don't know. There it goes. Wow. There it goes.
I don't think you showed them. We might have.
Oh, yeah. I used a little bit of a, what do you want to call it? That padded sanding block to go ahead and clean that up a little bit, because it was oversprayed from the last time. The last owner had actually done something with it. Oh yeah, there's another one down here. Okay, so, and there we have it. That's our pretty close to final product. Last thing last is this guy here, and that's what it'll look like. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, this is just a standard pull a bumper off, put a bumper on kind of project, and what do you know, it took us into a 4th day. Wasn't supposed to be that way. Especially with the exact same model. It turns out it wasn't even a different model type. Exact same winch being replaced on here. And we still had issues because the original owner probably ran into the exact same bolt hole issue and just decided to take off completely a safety feature on their winch. And I wouldn't do that. So with that being the case, we made it work the way it's supposed to work, and that I'm happy about that. So, again, if you like the video, go ahead and do that, and all the other stuff that comes with YouTube. In the meantime, join us for our next video. Watch the one that's attached to this that has a lot more to do with, we're going to continue on with this project and get this thing wired up and functional. We'll show you how that happens. But until the next time, God bless. See you guys there.